Hello, my name is Daniel Chapin. Today I'll be presenting a 5-minute case overview and treatment plan with my client, Marcus Lee. Marcus is a 28-year-old Asian American high school teacher who recently relocated to this area to start a new teaching position. He's presenting with feelings of loneliness, disconnection, self-doubt related to his transition. Marcus also reports experiencing stress about job performance and his future career path, describing frequent thoughts of being an imposter in his role. Our initial session was structured to build rapport and provide a safe environment for Marcus to share his experiences. I began by acknowledging the challenges of relocation and cultural adjustment. Normalizing the sense of isolation, Marcus shared that he moved from a small university town where he had a close circle of friends and colleagues. Since moving, he has been living alone in an apartment near the school and has struggled to establish a social network. We discussed his daily routine and sources of stress, and Marcus identified work performance and social anxiety as his main concerns. He described difficulty connecting with coworkers and feeling out of place among more experienced teachers. I also asked about his prior therapy experience. Marcus said he attended therapy briefly in college for anxiety and depression, but discontinued after a few sessions when symptoms improved. This gave me insight into his openness to therapy and his capacity for introspection. At the end of our session, I provided a brief overview of how I practice using reality therapy, which emphasizes choice, responsibility, and focusing on present behaviors that can move a person closer to their goals. Marcus responded positively to the idea of setting short-term, realistic goals to improve his sense of control. We scheduled our next session for the same time next week. I recommended weekly sessions for the next 8 weeks. This frequency will maintain consistency as we work on new behavioral patterns and address ongoing stress related to his adjustment. Theoretically, orientation and rationale. The foundation of Marcus's treatment will be reality therapy, developed by William Glasser. This model focuses on identifying unmet needs such as belonging, power, freedom, and fun, and helping the client take responsibility for choices that can better meet those needs. The emphasis is on here and now, rather than dwelling on the past failures or analyzing unconscious material, which, in my opinion, leads both to depression and anxiety. I choose this orientation for Marcus because his primary concerns center around feeling disconnected and powerless in his new environment. Reality therapy's collaborative and goal-oriented nature can help Marcus clarify what he wants from his personal and professional life, evaluate what he is currently doing to achieve it, and make specific behavioral plans to change. In future sessions, I plan to use Glasser's WDEP system, which stands for Wants, Doing, Evaluation, and Planning. Together, Marcus and I will explore what he truly wants from his new life here, what he is currently doing to achieve it, how effective those behaviors are, and what changes he can make to move closer to his goals. For example, Marcus might identify what he wants to feel more confident and socially connected. That he wants to feel that way. Through guided reflection, we will examine how his current choices, such as withdrawing after work or avoiding social invitations, may be keeping him from achieving those outcomes. We will then develop practical steps, such as initiating small conversations with colleagues, joining a local hobby group, or setting a realistic schedule for self-care and social engagement. The treatment will unfold in 3 broad phases. Phase 1 will focus on building rapport and clarifying goals. I will help Marcus identify areas where he feels stuck and reframe them as opportunities for growth. Together, we'll set small, achievable goals that promote competence and belonging, key components of Glasser's quality world. Phase 2 will center on behavioral evaluation and planning. We will review Marcus's weekly progress, assess how his choices align with his goals, and modify strategies as needed. Phase 3 will involve reinforcing autonomy and long-term resilience. I'm starting to run out of time, so I'm going to keep this a little bit brief. Throughout treatment, I will remain mindful of cultural and diversity considerations along with any other ethics. Summary and future direction. I think in first session with Marcus, Lee emphasized empathy, structure, and collaboration. Using this framework for reality therapy, the focus will remain on what Marcus can do in the present to improve his sense of belonging, confidence, and satisfaction. I would have put more emphasis on individuation here, but that's not for everybody. Weekly sessions will provide continuity and accountability while allowing time for reflection and behavioral experimentation between meetings. Over time, I expect Marcus to experience increased confidence in his teaching role, stronger social connections, a clearer sense of self-efficacy. Reality therapy's emphasis on personal responsibility and value-driven action will help Marcus replace self-doubt with empowerment. Ultimately, the goal is not just for Marcus to adapt to his new environment, but to actively shape it into a life that reflects his own values and choices. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. That's what I have for today.